Hi, my name's Hannie and today I'm going to be looking at the Toolkit for Sculpture Learning. So I've decided to play with Task 8 today. Task 8 has, in big letters, cut me out on the page. And then it has some instructions. Make a hole in something, find a hole in something else. Is the hole a sculpture or is everything around the hole a sculpture? Discuss. I've got this print out of the task in front of me on paper, and I take my scissors and start to make incisions and cuts and slices in the page. When I'm cutting and making ragged edges with my scissors, I'm thinking about the changes in the surface of the piece of paper that I'm making by using the tool of the scissors. I'm also thinking about whether the scrap piece of paper that's left behind when I cut it out is interesting, or whether what's more interesting is everything else that's actually left behind on the page. The whole of the page makes this kind of like a viewfinder. I'm able to use it to look around and focus on things, and I think about how these two pieces fit together like a jigsaw. I take this old piece of scrap cardboard and I start to make holes myself with a pencil. Some of the holes are just surface holes. When I press gently, when I press harder and put more pressure on the pencil, I'm able to make larger holes and actually break through the cardboard. Making holes in this way is fun and interesting and makes me think about the way I can change the texture of an object with mark making. I start to connect the dots on the page and they look like a constellation. I start to make a narrative out of the object that I'm playing with and creating with by making these pencil lines and imagining the holes as though they are stars on the cardboard. I return to my viewfinder and look at things around me. I use it to focus on the small holes in the leaf of this plant. The holes in these leaves makes the plant interesting and remarkable, and focusing on the really small parts of it make me think about the leaf and the contrast with the empty space. I also look at this lamp. The functionality of it isn't impacted by the holes, but when I start to think about holes and focus on it in this small way, it makes me able to play around with the shadows and the way that light is created like an illusion behind the holes in the metal surface. The metal surface allows the light to reflect, and I can play around with the surfaces in this way.